done transferring this photograph that I shot with my Sony digital camera, and I made a inkjet copy of the image, and it's just a little landscape scene that I thought was really interesting in terms of the reflection and the tree there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer this image onto this wood block, and then I will carve out the block and later make a print in a relief printing of it. So this is how I do it. Some people use graphite paper. Just place it on the top and then trace it out. Sometimes I do that, and today I'm not. I just want to do it this way with something called a Golden's Artist Colors Matte Medium. And what I'm going to do is spread a bunch of this medium onto the wood and the inkjet copy and paste it on to itself. So what I'm going to do first is to make sure that I have this right where I want it. I'm just going to make a couple of marks so I know how to put the paper back down on the block. Okay, that's basically it. And then I take a bit of the medium and pour it onto the block. A little bit goes a long way. So just spread it out evenly. Make sure you get it all over the area where you're going to transfer the image onto. And that's pretty thin right there. So I'm going to add a little more. Right. And that's looking better. Okay. So that's the block. Then I move the block over. I'm going to take my photo and I'm going to do the same thing on the photo. I want to put some medium on the photo itself, the inkjet copy. And then I'm going to take my board and the paper. I'm going to transfer this by getting those corners right in there. And if you get it wrong, you can move it around a little bit until you get it right. And just drop it into place right there. You see, I'm moving it around a bit and I'm getting it right in there. So then I take a credit card and start from the center and work my way out. Now you'll notice that some of the medium is coming off from in between the wood and the photo. That's okay. Just wipe it off. Continue working yourself around. And get a good adhesion between the paper and the block. And just keep on working it. After a while, you won't see much of the medium coming out from in between the paper and the block, which means you have a good connection. Wipe it off a little bit. Make sure there's no air bubbles. Wiping off the sides. And we let that stay for a good 24 hours. And once it's dried, you want to add water, a little bit of water on your fingers, and just rub it onto the paper and keep on rubbing it until the paper comes off and the image remains. But I'll do that at a second time. for the continuation of this particular image, and I will see you next time when I will take off the paper and you'll see the image.